Good morning, students. Welcome back to our English class. How's you feeling today? Is everything good?
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
miss.
Good condition, even though we cannot conduct synchronous meetings today. And alright, I have checked your attendance through today's meeting participant, and it seems like everybody is already here. Am I correct?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Steve, can you help me to lead the prayer before we start the class?
Okay, sure. Okay, class, before we start the class, let's pray together. Pray never end.
Thank you, Steve.
Alright. Did you guys still remember what we learned last week? Does anyone want to volunteer?
Me, miss.
Yes, please.
Okay, we learn about job interview, miss.
Yes, correct. We learned about job interview. So, we have learned about definition of job interview on the previous week, and the social function of job interview, and then the structure, and then language features.
And from last week lesson, we know that there are three types of interview. What are those? Anyone want to answer? Sirin maybe? Or Tantri? Do you still remember the three types of interview questions? Hello guys, can you hear my voice? Sorry guys, I can see who raise hand. You can just.
Tantri.
Oh yeah, Tantri, go ahead.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, there are three types of interviews, and the first one is common interview questions, and then the second one is competency questions, and then the last one is hypothetical question, Miss. Am I
Okay,
right?
good job, Tantri. Yes, you are right. Seems like you followed the lesson carefully, yeah, last week. Um, then anyone still remember what was hypothetical questions about?
Mimis.
Yes, Adi.
Okay, the hypothetical question is about an imaginary situation that the candidates might face in his or her new job. Miss.
Yes, yes, you are right. So here I have some example of each type of interview questions so that you can imagine the actual questions that might be asked when you are on an interview. Anyone want to volunteer to read it?
Me, miss.
Sure, sure, go ahead.
Okay, types of interview questions. Common. Do you have any experience? Tell me about yourself. Where did you get information? Competency. Tell me about a time you had to work as a team. How much a time you had to use your creativity to solve a problem. And hypothetical. What would you do if you had a different opinion from your boss? How would you deal with a large volume of work with several members of work?
Yes. Thank you, Arneta. Now, since we have already recalled what we learned last week, we will do some exercise to check your understanding toward our lesson. And here I have a barometer. Just a minute. Yeah, this is the QR code. You can scan the QR code that appear on your screen and you can do the task. Have everyone access the link or any difficulties in accessing it? I also have shared the link on your WhatsApp group just in case you cannot scan the QR code. Okay, let's start now, yeah. For potentially, I will wait for you all to join on the Mentimeter. Okay, everyone is already here. Adi, it seems like you forgot to mute your microphone. Or do you want to say something?
Again.
Yeah, it's okay. Now let's start the quiz. Okay, seems like everyone answered it correct here. Let's see whether you can answer correct on the next question too. Okay. Wow, you guys it correct again, guys. Let's go to the next questions. Yeah, someone answer it wrong. Don't worry, we'll talk about it later. So we'll know what is the correct answer and why it is the correct answer. Okay, good. I'll correct again. Next questions. Wow, four people answer it wrong. This is the highest wrong answer so far. Next questions. Fifty-fifty. It must be confusing for you, yeah. Don't worry. It will be clear for you later. Okay, all correct. Finally, all correct again. Next question. Number 9 out of 11. Yeah, so basically the answer, there are three answers for these questions, but it's okay if you only choose one. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it later. Let's move to the next questions. Well, two people got it wrong. No worries, it's okay. Let's see if you can answer it correctly on the next question. This is supposed to be the last one. Okay, one person answered it wrong. It's okay, it's okay. So that is our last questions. And let's see the leaderboard. Woo! Congratulations, Naila, for being the first place. You did a great
Yay.
job. Everyone applause for Naila. And now we will talk about each question so that you know the correct answer of each question. So, Novi, please go ahead.
Okay, it's time to discuss. Have you filled in all the questions?
Yes, Miss.
Good, let's check it out. Number one, you should prepare yourself before going a job interview. Is it true or false, guys? Naila, maybe?
My answer is true, Miss.
Why Naila? Naila.
Because when someone will doing interview, they should prepare first so they don't make a mistake.
That's good. The answer is true. Did everyone answer correctly?
Yes, Miss.
Good job. Next, number two. If the interviewer asks you about an item on your CV, you can give more detail and say how it is connected to the job you are applying for. Is it true or false? You want to answer, Ati?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your
The answer is true, ma'am.
Are you sure? Why?
Uh, because when we are asked about our CV, it should relevant to the job, so it doesn't need anywhere. That's it,
Do you
ma'am.
agree with uh, Do you agree with Ati, guys?
Yes,
Yes, yes,
Miss.
Miss.
Yes,
Okay, the
miss.
answer is true. Next, number three. You should avoid talking about personal things like your hobbies. Is it true or false?
True, Miss.
False, Miss.
Why, Atis?
Because we don't have to talk about personal things that we don't have an important impact on the job, Miss.
That's correct, Atis. The answer is false. Next, number four. If the interviewer asks you about yourself, you should make sure all the information you give is relevant to the job. Is it true or false?
True, Miss. I think the information should relevant to the job.
Okay, does anyone have a different answer?
No,
No,
Miss.
No,
Miss.
Miss.
You are right, guys. Next is number five. True or false? Anyone want answer?
Me, miss. The answer is true.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Miss. That's false.
Go through,
Okay,
miss.
okay. So the answer is true or false, guys? The answer is false, guys. Why? Because you should talk about the difficulties that you have experienced in the job, so you can solve the same problem in your future job. Next, number six. You cannot prepare for hypothetical interview questions. Is it true or false?
False, Miss.
Why?
Because every interview we should prepare it, Miss.
Alright, we should prepare the hypothetical question first, like Miss Zakia said in the previous meeting. Okay, very good. The answer is false. Next, number seven. The STAR technique can be used to organize your story when answering competency questions. Is it true or false?
My answer is true, Miss.
Correct. The answer is true, related with what we have studied about STAR technique, right? Okay. Next, number eight. The last questions. Is it true or false, guys?
True,
True,
Miss.
Miss. True, Miss.
Wow. Why?
Itu, miss. Because our can be used as the qualifications that interviewer looking for the what is it related related with the what is it job,
with the
Miss.
job. All right. That's cool, guys. All of you did a great job.
Okay, now let's talk about the questions about type of interview questions. Um, so the first questions, which are considered as common interview questions. Um, Ati, what was your answer?
I choose. Why do you want this job, Miss?
What was your consideration to choose that answer?
Uh, yeah, I think it is considered a basic question because it is related to the candidate personality, and it is about telling oneself so that the interviewer can get to know the candidate in depth. That
Yes, in that. So this type of questions are for the interviewer to get to know you as a candidate and to see if you are the best person for this job or not. That is why do you consider wait, let's see the question. What was the question? Do you consider yourself successful? Why? Why do you want this job and what motivates you is considered as common interview questions. Now let's move on to the next question, which are common interview, competency questions. Anyone want to share the answer?
Me, Miss.
Yes, Adisti, what is your answer?
The answer is describe a difficult decision you've made. Tell us about a time when you led a team to achieve an objectives, and tell us about a new skill that you've learned for work.
Oh, wow, you got it all correctly. Good job, Adisti. May I know what is your reason in choosing those answers?
Because it is easy, ma'am. That's all talking about competency or skill that oneself have. That's why I chose them.
Yes, yes, you're right. Competency questions is related to situation the candidates have faced in the past that can demonstrate a particular skill that they have. Good job, Adisti. Now, for the last questions, Tanri, you answer it.
Actually, I'm not sure, ma'am.
No worries, just try.
Describe a difficult decision you've made, I guess.
Remember, the hypothetical questions usually indicated by an imaginary situation that you have faced in the past. Do you want to change your answer, Tandri?
Oh, I got it, ma'am. So, the answer is the one with wood in it, right?
Yes, yes, you are correct. What's your answer then?
What would you do if a team member was performing badly? What would you do if your project goals suddenly change? And what would you do if you become dissatisfied with your job, miss? Am I right?
Yes, you are right. Good job, Tantri.
All right. How do you feel after the lesson today, guys? Do you happy?
Yes, miss.
Sudah paham semua sekarang about the interview job?
Tentu saja.
Great. What is the part that you think is so difficult?
I think when we should guess the context in modern settings, miss.
Oh, in the video that we watched in the previous meeting, right?
Yes, miss.
I see. Anything else?
Me, ma'am. Difficult to answer the assessment, miss. Sorry,
Oh
miss,
yeah.
maksudnya.
Oh yeah, but all of you did the best. So I think you all great job. Okay, so I think enough of our lesson today, guys. Thank you for your participation. Sorry if there are many mistakes from me or Miss Dzaqia. Stay healthy and see you again at the next meeting, guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye. Thank you for joining,
miss.
guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye,